In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create minimalistic animation like ChainTracer. ChainTracer is a crypto community and they managed to get almost 2,000 followers in 2 weeks with their animations. Folks over ChainTracer were generous enough to send me a project for the education purposes. And in this video, we are going to do a breakdown on this animation. So let's start. Alright, so here we are inside of Adobe After Effects and now let's begin. So let's just watch the project for the first time. Alright, so this is a really beautiful project and it has so many neat techniques that if you use it properly for your animations, you're going to take your level to the next level. So the important thing in here, the first thing that caught my eye was the choose of the color palette. So as you see, the primary colors were used for this animation were just 2 or 3 colors, and mainly it was blue, purple, black, and white, and the last 2 colors are just mutual. So basically the entire animation was driven by purple and blue colors. So let's go to the first scene and let's see how it was created. So you can see that we have some sea leaves along with the waves and a whale that shows up with the Bitcoin sign on it. So let's just reveal the BG, which is the background layer. So as you see, it's a solid linear gradient layer with the blue and dark color. And then we have the objects, which is basically the sea leaves, and the designer used the darker shade to sort of not blend it into the background. And we have the null object, which is basically controlling these sea leaf layer. And then we have the wave layer. So this is super simple to make. As you see, this is just a simple linear gradient again with a shade of blue and white. And then we have added the wave effect, which basically by changing the type is set on sine, and the width and height is set on 32 and 490. So as you see, we have this wave that's happening, and then we duplicate it and then place it in above. You can create more depth into our animation. So basically right now, as you see, the animation is already happening because of the null object that we have in here. And it's basically just using a solid zoom out effect. So you see that everything is here. It's just driven into that null. And this one is basically controlling the zoom out. And this one is basically doing the main movement for the objects such as the sea leaves that we have in here. So let's just highlight it so you can see. And then we have the whale layer. So this one is pretty cool. So if I reveal it, you will see that we have some transform of the rotation, position, scale, and path animation. So I'm gonna just unsolo everything, and so I can only solo the whale, so you can see it. So you see this is the main animation in here. So let's just extend it a bit. So you see that a whale is coming, and the path animation is responsible for the sort of the wings of the whale, and the rest is just position and rotation of the whale. And when it was in here, we had a match cut, which is basically a jump cut, that changes the scene to the next scene, which I'm gonna explain in a second. But the important thing, and one of the coolest trick in here that we see, is this usage of this sort of the lighting effects that we see in here. And this is super cool, and it's super nice to see how it was done. So basically, let me just unsolo everything in here. This is basically a solid white layer on top. You can see it's just in here. And the first effect was added was turbulent noise. So the main thing that you want to change on this turbulent noise effect was to increase the contrast and reduce the brightness to get a shape like this. And then on the next step, what you needed to do is that you need to add the CC light burst, and then you need to change the intensity as well as the ray length to get that. And then you can add the fastbox blur to sort of blend it to the background. And lastly, you can colorize it by using a tint effect. So this trick in here, in order to create the lighting, is super cool. And you can see that this lighting is taking the animation to the next level. So this is basically the first one. And now as you see, when the movement is at its highest peak, let me just show you, the wheel is in here. You can see that if I reveal the rotation, you see that in here, where everything is at maximum, we have a jump cut, which means that we have shrunk the basic layers in here, and then we added the top of the layers in here. So let's just go and see. So you see that now the wheel is just up. So basically the animation was shrinked. And now the following animations, which is just basically a few fish layers, and they're just basically, which was made with 3 colors, black and blue and a brighter shade of the blue. They are following it as a main movement. So let me just highlight it again so you can see it. And then you have a few layers which those are basically following the lighting for the animation, and these are just simple circle layers that they are moving with position and a fastbox blur effect on it. So as you can see, this is just nothing extraordinary, but a good use of the light in the scene that makes the animation. And we have some bubbles in here, which they are basically here to fill up the scene and make it and create a unique scenes for the scene. And these are just basically they use the position to control this, to animate these layers. All right, and then we have a shift into the third scene, which is the bow layer. So let me just show the bow layer, which is this one. And of course, an effect is missing, which is deep glow. So let me just replace it with the deep glow 2 so you guys can see it better. So this layer, and this was basically, it was done with a radial gradient. And of course, they used 3 colors again, as usual, black, blue, and sort of a white color, I would say. And the rest, it doesn't have any layer style applied to it. It's just basic position keyframe that goes up and down following the last movement, which was the match cut. All of the shapes are going up, and so therefore the next element of the scene should also go up to create that sort of the cut that is matching. And then we have these 2 layers, which they are following these circles. They are just basically a circle that is aligned on the 3D space, so old shape, and we have the scale that is happening on these 2 as well. So let me just show it to you. We have the scale and opacity to create that. And then possibly on the next thing, we have the waves that they are happening. So let me just open it to you. I have already explained how it was done. These are just basically a triangle with a wave warp effect applied on it, so you can see it. And then we have these waves that they are following the movement. So basically, as you see, these tiny elements, such as the bubbles, fish, and the waves, are there to sort of fill the composition. So if I remove these, for example, the waves or the bubbles, you will see that the composition will look really empty. So by adding these secondary elements, you are going to fill your composition in a way that will look a lot better to your audience. So this tiny trick in here is something that you always need to keep on your mind when you are doing this type of animations. It's super, these are super detailed tricks that a lot of designers will ignore, but those who are doing it are making really better animations compared to those who are not doing it. So after this scene, which is the waves, you can see that we will shift into another movement, which is another match cut, which is the third scene. And of course, this one is the surfing scene, and I'm going to show it to you how it was done. It's quite simple. So on here we have a polystar. Let me just show it to you. A polystar, which is basically acting as a sun, and it's rotating for one entire rotation to create that sun animation. And then we have the waves. I already explained how it was done, but for this type of for this particular project, we use the external backgrounds, external wave backgrounds, and we recolor it in a way that it was matching the original design that we have in here. So it was just basically some waveboard effect on top of it. And you can see this is just a human humanoids that just, again, surfing with the rotation, basic rotation of going up and down. So let me just show it to you. This one is the character. So basically the path animation, which is basically something simple. And we have the surface animation, which is the rotation. And of course the layer, which is the character humanoid, is parented to the surface board, which is doing all of the animation in here. And again, lastly, we have a match cut that going down, and we're revealing the fall animation, which is basically, let me show it to you in here. The character is falling, and we have again, the objects behind it. So this is just a fall animation. Let me just show it to you. Basically shape, again, with a waveboard effect on it. And then let's just get back to the original comp so we can see it. And then the rest, as I have said, are bubbles, which they are here to make the secondary elements and filling out the composition. So in here we have again, the same effect that we have used to create those light bursting that we have talked about it earlier. And we have a few sea leaves as the finishing part. And for the styling, all we needed to do is that we needed a noise effect, so for 10%. And at the beginning of it, we had a camera lens blur to sort of start this animation. So as you see, this animation was super easy and super simple to make. The only thing that you needed to know was how to arrange the color and how to add the waveboard effect to create those wave in the animation. The rest were simple movements without using any 3D, barely any 3D movement. And the nodes were just controlling the scene to move the scene to the left, right, and up and down. And here we are at the end of this video, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave out a like and subscribe to the channel, as it would help me out a lot. Thank you so much. Goodbye.